Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please click like and subscribe. And if you click the little bell, you'll be notified of future videos. Getting through tough times. This is always a difficult topic to cover because every single person goes through tough times. And so I have pile number 1 is a key. The middle pile is a septarian. And the end pile is some little genie with a little blingy stone. So take a moment and really hone in on which pile is drawing you in. For those of you who are wondering, I do not pre-look at these cards. I read them on the fly. To me, if I pre-look at them, it doesn't make for the most accurate reading because I'm already thinking about which cards are in what pile. So I prefer to pull these cards face down without knowing what they are and just simply read them like I was going through an actual real-time live reading with you. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you are drawn to this or going through tough times, you can refer back to this. So if you chose the pile with the key, we're going to start with that first. Wow, isn't this appropriate, the Strength card? So the cards are indicating that to get through the tough time that you're going through, you are going to have to pull your inner resources and really think about developing your inner strength. The Strength card is all about kind of doing this on your own. In other words, it isn't about someone else coming in and being able to assist you on this journey. This is about you developing the strength or the inner resources that you can get through this period of suffering that you're going through on your own. It's developing courage. It's you can do this with compassion, all right? And so she's showing a great deal of compassion to the lions. So this is a card about personal growth, determination, feeling that that you are more powerful than you realize and that you can endure whatever obstacle has been placed into your path. You just have to show up for your life, show up for it, be committed. The Strength card is about a strong will. Now, it isn't about trying to control others, okay? It's about kind of a quiet inner resilience that you're building. So if you have fears and doubts, it would be a time to erase and conquer those. You have what it takes to get through this. Now, with the lion being close to her, it feels like a loyal friend. Like you could also reach out and have a loyal friend help you. What you want to stay away from are reactions that involve like rage or hatred. Inner strength rises above those emotions. This is a time of the Four of Swords, of putting away the obsessive thinking about worrying it. Whenever I see a pattern here, there's a pattern of worry going on. This is about going to sleep and sleeping. In other words, putting aside what the challenge is when you are going to sleep, okay? So this is a time that you are going to need to make sure that you're sleeping properly, you're getting enough rest, and that you are definitely taking care of yourself. The Four of Swords is also, ironically, not really an action card. It's more of a passive, letting the tension go. You can never make good decisions when you're in fear. And so this is about getting yourself in a space of inactivity. You might want to meditate, listen to some calming music, and this will also help you. Good things are coming. With this card, the Spirit is working together to resolve this. For some of you, you may have a relationship challenge, and Spirit is coming down offering you help. So there is help coming. So just be aware that if you are having a challenge in a relationship, this is good news. You're going to reach an agreement. You're going to reach an agreement that you both feel good about. This is the Queen of Wands. At the end of this challenge, you are going to feel stronger, more confident about yourself. She's also sitting there, not taking action. So this is kind of a challenge where you need to really observe. This isn't a time to like go forth and really have a lot of battle energy. This is a very low key, but yet she's fire energy, but she's like observing what's going on. And for you guys, it's going to pass. The situation is going to pass. You just need to develop your inner strength and power and be patient. For those of you who chose the Septarian, your guidance begins now. Oh my gosh, you do have more than one challenge. Those of you who selected pile 2, you could have multiple challenges hitting you at once that really have thrown you off your game. So sometimes when we have multiple challenges, we get too scattered if we try to solve everything at once. So this might be pick one challenge and then try to work on just that one, like one at a time, figure out a priority. Because the 5 of Wands, it's not really a suffering card. It can be like disagreements or tension, competition. The figures appear to be fighting, but actually it could just be personal challenges that you have and not really of a fighting nature. But it can be a fighting nature if you're in that situation. You're definitely running against constant opposition in this card. It feels like everything is against you. That's what it feels like going through this type of challenge. So the 5 of Wands encourages diversity. Allow people to have diverse opinions. Allow them to be different than you. You don't have to judge them. This is the card about giving people space without having to feel like you're competitive with them. Like let them go down their own path. It might not be the path you're going down, but it will be the path that they want to go down. Now, for those of you who chose option 5, there is some shadow work to do. Shadow work means that there's something that someone did or a situation even triggered something to you. So it could be it triggered something that negative that happened in your past. It could be it triggered something negative that happened in a relationship. It could be siblings, parents, work related, school, anything. It's a trigger. So this just means to look at your shadow side and say, okay, is this a trigger? And then if it is a trigger, then you have to realize that the work is with you, that nothing outside of yourself needs to change. If this is a trigger, you've got to figure out, okay, where did this come from? How do I heal this? How can I transition out of this? Okay. Your next line of guidance is the Star. Some of you will have lost your hopes and dreams. Like you will think, well, what I really wanted in life isn't really coming. I don't really feel like I have anything, to look forward to. Some of you will really get zapped by this tough time you're going through. And so what I want you, or Spirit, and what I also hope for you, is to not give up on your hopes and dreams. And this is a card that the planets are aligning for really good things to happen to you. So keep that hope. Keep those dreams alive, okay? So this is a time to use your practical abilities and good common sense, okay? It isn't a time to rely on really your intuition. So she's like vulnerable. She's very vulnerable in the Star card. And this might be, for some of you, you might feel vulnerable. You're going to be tested on limiting beliefs that you have that held you back. This could be fears. This could be something that's holding you back. You're staying in the safe zone, even though it could be depressing to you. So this card will send you a calming energy, mental stability. Look to others around you for supporting you. Fill your heart with hope and bring your dreams back alive, because you will get through this tough time. It has a cycle, and it is going to go through the cycle, and the cycle will end. And lucky you got the Magician card. That means you have all the tools on the table to channel through this and realize that you're more powerful than what you gave yourself credit for. The Magician is a wonderful card about conquering things, manifesting things. So utilize this tough time to say, okay, what is it that I really need, that, and be resourceful. So the magician is very resourceful, all right? He uses the tools that are in front of him. And this card literally also runs with the star card, that you can literally make any dream you have come true. You just have to get up, show up, and start taking positive action and not let anything get in your way, including like little minor setbacks and failures. Just allow those to roll off you, get on, learn from them, and go forward. So this is about taking methodical steps to get your psyche in the right mood to where you can build back your passion and build back your enthusiasm. You guys will overcome this. For those of you who selected the little magician with the blingy little stone, your guidance starts right now. Ooh, this is powerful. This is the Moon card. So you guys have some deception, illusions. Maybe somebody hasn't been completely honest with you. This card also comes up when there's depression or sadness. And of course, if you suffer from depression, please get professional help for that. Sometimes it can run in your genetics, and you do need a little extra boost in that. So the moon could be for some of you that this sadness hits for certain times of the year when it's dark. The moon is like when it's dark. So when it's cloudy, rainy, you could have some seasonal disorder where it's just been horrible weather and clouds, and it could have put you in kind of a dark space. The Queen of Swords means that you are also getting the mental thinking power to conquer this. So this troubled times is probably caused by your thinking mind going through something, and when it's next to the moon card or with the moon card, it means that your thoughts are not real, that you're thinking things that aren't going to happen. It's kind of like the what if scenario. So you're like, well, if this happens and this is going to happen, and it's all negative thinking. The moon with the Queen of Swords, negative thinking. You can turn this around by turning your thinking around to be more positive. And there you go. The King of Swords, mastering your thinking mind. Thoughts are things. Your thoughts create. Where you hang out in your thinking mind most of the time is what creates eventually your long-term reality. So where are you hanging out? So you do kind of have to be the thought police now. Are you thinking, I can do this, I got this, I'm getting out, I'm not going to do this obsessive thinking? You can turn your mind around to be very powerful for you. And this is the king. Now, for some of you, this is also the troubled times need to be solved by setting a boundary for someone. So if someone is not being nice to you or not treating you the way you deserve to be treated, you might need to set a boundary for them. And that would be the King of Swords. Some of you are having actual physical suffering, and this means that your physical body needs a healing. So you will have to do what you can to bring your body back into a healing state. For some of you, this just means you're going to have to let it run its course, right? You're going to have to let don't let this illness or virus conquer you, okay? Know that it's going to pass and that things will get better for you. This is also a feeling of abandonment. Maybe some of you came off the holidays and it threw you in a funk because family issues and issues with abandonment. So this can also be a woundedness, and this also has like some shadow work to be done. So the shadow work to be done would be, why are you feeling? Dig into why are you feeling abandonment? And this card, I'm going to pull one more card because I don't like to end a reading on a negative card such as that. So we'll ask for this reading. This is going to end for you. So the situation, this troubling times does have an end. So know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but you don't want to go there. Excuse me. That was a joke. You're not going to die. It just means that this is a big experience of troubled time for you, but you have someone showing up that's going to move you out of this difficult time into calmer waters. So it's as difficult as it is going to get right now, and you're moving in the right direction with the help of a guide. There's a guide coming in. Now, that could be a human person acting as a guide, or this could be a spirit guide. It doesn't matter. They're coming in to guide you. The worst of it is here. You're going to be entering better times very soon. So I wish you the very best, because those of you who chose pile 3, this is some deep pain that's coming in for you that will have to be looked at and healed. And I send you my very best.